Hey, this is Visions of Rock, and we are with Sara from Tegan and Sara. Hi, Sara.
Hi there.
Thanks for talking to us today.
Thanks for having me.
So we sent you the Nikon D60. Are you enjoying shooting with that?
I really am. I've never had a nice camera before, so I was feeling a little flustered. And then I went on vacation, actually. I went surfing, and I started taking shots, and I put them on my computer, and I was like, these are amazing photos. Like, the camera takes such amazing photos. Then I took it everywhere. I was away for 2 weeks on vacation, and people got so irritated by me because I pretty much did not take my face out from behind the camera for the entire 2 weeks.
Is it the colors or, like, the ease of use with the camera that makes you enjoy it?
Such an easy camera. I'm sure that it can probably, like, launch the space shuttle if you know how to use it, but I just used it from a very basic level and loved it and found it really simple. And I've never felt really compelled to print anything out or have prints made. But this just 2 weeks with this camera, I was like, oh my God, I want to print everything off and have like photo albums again, and it looks so good. And it really does mean so much to have something that looks good. It's not just a captured memory. It really is almost like artistic. Like, you really want other people to look at it.
Sounds like you had fun. What kind of pictures do you enjoy taking?
Previously, people used to say that I didn't like to take pictures at all unless I was in the photos. But this camera made me want to take photos of everything. I was with my parents for a lot of the trip, and I took so many great shots of them. I just feel like I had so much inspiration. And I was out west. I was on the ocean, so I took a lot of photos on the beaches and hanging with my family and that sort of thing. But obviously, the band I'm in, we had a show, and we had a photo shoot and a video shoot, so it was a great experience as well to shoot those things from behind the scenes, which was really cool.
Is this the first time you pick up a camera, or have you been interested in photography prior to this?
You know, we've always taken photos. We've been doing this for 10 years now, like being in the music industry and traveling around. And the first piece of advice that we got was from the guy who runs the label that signed us when we were like 19. And his big thing was document everything that you do for your archive, you know, like whether you're showing kids or you're releasing something 30 years down the road, having photos, video, any kind of recordings, they're absolutely priceless. And so we've always taken photos.
How did you first get interested in photography?
I think we're just at the age where it was like feasible to have a camera when you're a teenager. I didn't have a camera, but my friends had cameras, and we would like all like split on buying film, and then you would like go out and have a night out, and everybody would, you know, you would take photos, and then the photos would get developed, and it would be so exciting to see your night back. Also, my sister and I were twins, and we were the only kids, and there is a ridiculous sort of Truman Show number of pictures of my life. I have, like, you know, just catalog of my life growing up. My parents loved to take photos of us. So I've always loved the availability of being able to take photos and then have the photos to look back at. I love it.
So what, in your opinion, makes a great photo?
For me, like, you know, I'm not sure that I'm necessarily technically or artistically sure of what I'm always doing, but usually when we're doing videos or photo shoots or whatever, we're in front of the camera. So it was so interesting to see, like, how different I shoot compared to what most people shoot. And I guess that I ended up shooting a lot of the other people working around Tegan and not necessarily trying to capture Tegan. But, like, I really liked the sort of chaos around Tegan at the video shoot and sort of, like, seeing it from that perspective made me realize, like, oh my God, like, that's what it's like when we're working. And that was probably like the first time that I really experienced that through a lens myself.
That's great. So it's actually given you a different perspective of photographers.
Now I think I have some solidarity with them.
So tell us about the charity you're shooting for.
My experience with Voice of Witness is a couple of the books that they've recently released. There's a book that they did called Voices from the Storm, and it was sort of like alternative perspectives about what happened during Hurricane Katrina in New Orleans. And then Surviving Justice is one about, you know, political prisoners and prisoners in jail wrongly accused. And I find it really inspiring that these people are putting these books together. And so that was the organization that I thought that I would shoot for.
Well, Sara, thank you so much for talking to us. It has really been a pleasure hearing about your experience.
I seriously loved it. I was really so honored to be included, and I had a blast doing it.
Great. That's good to hear. And you are listening to Visions of Rock.